Hey everyone, welcome to the very first Injective Builder House in Brussels. I'm Eric Chen, and I'm the CEO and co-founder of Injective Labs, one of the core contributors to Injective. So for those who don't know, Injective is the blockchain built specifically for finance. What this means is that every single upgrade, integration, or collaboration on the chain level will always be focused on Web3 financial developers in mind. And because for all of us who are on a mission to democratize finance with blockchain technology, we know that it is incredibly difficult to build and maintain high-fidelity on-chain financial applications. In addition, it can often take months or even years to properly develop applications from scratch with meaningful liquidity. So we built Injective to solve for those exactly issues. See, back in 2018, when me and my co-founder, Albert Chan, set out to create a new financial system, we ran into many of the same problems that a lot of you probably have either faced or are currently facing today. Long development cycles, low liquidity, lack of institutional capital, the list really goes on. We originally set out to create an exchange product with the same type of efficiency found in traditional exchanges. But with a decentralized framework, we looked into building on a myriad of chains. But we always end up running into the same issues: slower transaction times, high costs, and of course, the rampant MVV that was going on. And even if we did succeed in solving that problem on a different chain, it didn't solve some of the issues that we as DeFi developers face overall. How do we secure liquidity? How do we build quickly? And how do we build with access points for all user type, from everyday people to institutions to various blockchain ecosystems? And in this process, we realized that what we needed in order to succeed is a tailor-made chain for Web3 finance. And that's where you find Injective where it is today. First, because we originally set out to create an exchange, one of the core components underpinning Injective is its on-chain order book. In traditional finance, the order book is nearly always an integral component of any transaction. Injective helped to create the first fully on-chain order book that not only can power financial activity, but also do it in a highly capital-efficient manner. Injective's order book has a unique order matching system with its frequent batch auction, or FBA model. Injective's FBA is commonly proposed in economic journals as a definitive solution to capital inefficiencies and, of course, front-running. And it allows for a more liquid marketplace by eliminating any type of MVV-related issues for Web3 developers. Injective has brought this TradFi process to a fully on-chain environment. Essentially, orders are accepted over a discrete time period, known as the auction interval, and are filled based on their priority of order type. Orders are then published to the on-chain order book, and once the auction interval ends, the batch auction is executed at a uniform clearing price, eliminating the possibility of front-running. Take that, MVV. Injective is also able to process transactions at lightning-fast speeds. Injective currently has block times of under a second, while also achieving instant transaction finality, which is very, very important for all financial applications. This in practice means that you can aggregate and process thousands of transactions, leading to a far more sophisticated use cases than what was possible anywhere else. Injective also allows for developers to create a gas-free dApp for its end users through the gas fee delegation mechanism. And also, with a recent upgrade focused on gas compression, Injective now offers the lowest gas fees in arguably the entire industry. This means that dApps are able to onboard more users with far fewer cost hurdles than on any other network. But having incredibly fast transaction, zero gas fee with an order book is really not enough. I mean, we've seen that being done with Solana and like other applications as well these days. One of the main issues for so many developers is finding and creating sustainable on-chain liquidity. To solve this, Injective has kind of pioneered, almost accidentally, a shared liquidity network that allows for any developer to tap into institutional-grade liquidity from day one. What this in turn makes it infinitely easier for developers to get their dApps up and running without having to fork over huge sums of startup capital, enter into exorbitantly expensive deals with market makers. And in fact, one of the panel topics we're having today is on tapping into institutional capital that is available on Injective, which Cooper from our BD team will host with members from INC Trading, Keyrock, and Selene. Sorry, that's going to keep happening. So with all those core components of the Injective chain, we knew the strength of the network. But the idea wasn't to just create a network that has powerful enough for Web3 applications. We wanted to create a chain that would make it easier than ever to build. This has directly led us into building what we call a plug-and-play liquidity modules, or plug-and-play general modules. These are highly unique templates that you can utilize as building blocks to rapidly create powerful applications. Some of these modules include oracles, binary options, exchange, and of course smart contracts, which our lead blockchain engineer, Marcus, will be chatting through more in the next presentation. The core idea to take away is that Injective has everything a developer needs in order to get started and to scale our applications. The entire Injective Labs team and ecosystem has been working for the past 2 years to mainnet to really create the best chain that is needed for Web3 financial developers. And this year, the focus is to onboard the best-in-class protocols to take advantage of all the financial and technical offerings that Injective provides, while also tapping into the ever-growing ecosystem and community that Injective has already amassed. And we've seen the growth really occur for the past year. According to our data provider, Artemis, Injective is processing millions of more transactions than major chains today, like Sui, Aptos, and obviously Ethereum. Injective's daily transaction has grown to around 3.7 million, compared to 500,000 that was occurring last year. So that's roughly a 411% increase in total transactions occurring per day. Injective also saw a surge of daily volume across all DEXs that are built in its ecosystem, seeing on an average of $75 million in trading volume per day, compared to 7.7 million in just 1 year ago. And that's roughly 874% increase in daily trading volume. And with these volume, this makes Helix, the flagship DEX that was built on Injective, one of the largest decentralized derivatives exchanges in the world today. Oh, there's a percentage right on the screen. Beyond trading and transaction volumes, however, on an individual level, we are seeing community members take a more proactive approach with securing the Injective network through staking. The Injective today has 58.8 million INJ staked in its network, compared to 30 million INJ a year ago. Which is nearly a twofold increase in the total amount staked in today's value. The 58.8 million represents over $1 billion of staked value, compared to around $38 million staked at the valuation around a year ago. Injective has also seen a surge in the total number of active wallets on chain, seeing around 548,000 today, compared to the 14,500 1 year ago, which represents over 3,000% in growth. So it's no surprise that with a prime ecosystem and community and powerful network, we're seeing more developers join the ecosystem, seeing on average of 27,000 weekly TypeScript downloads, compared to the 7,000 occurring just 1 year ago. That's nearly a 285% increase in total amount of downloads occurring per week. So suffice to say, the Injective ecosystem is growing. Injective is now powering some of the best and most innovative protocols and communities in all of crypto, and our growth story is just getting started. This spans all of Web3 finance, which includes DeFi, RWA, NFTFi, GameFi, trading, lending, and much more. Developers are able to create innovative new protocols faster than ever by using Injective's plug-and-play module alongside its shared liquidity. Most of these applications could not possibly have been created outside of Injective. And this is true value unlock that Injective is enabling on a daily basis now. And beyond that, the cool thing is that Injective powers the most liquid markets for real-world asset products such as on-chain euros, gold, and much more. This in turn means everyday users and institutions can access real-world assets on-chain more seamlessly than ever, unfettered by fees, delays, or general access bottlenecks. That leads us today. I'm excited to kick off for the very first all-day Builder House, where you can get a glimpse into all the exciting things that are happening within the Injective ecosystem. We have some great minds in all of Web3 today who will take you through the institutional use cases, how to not only build a product, but actually sustain its value beyond the initial hype, emerging trends, asset tokenization, and much more. All these panels will be held on this floor here. And on the second floor, we'll have hands-on workshops with some of the best in the industry. Not only will you have a chance to work directly with some of the core Injective Labs development team, but you'll also work with some of the protocols that are integrated with Injective, including the Graph, PIV, Hyperlane, and TimeWorks. At the end of the day, we'll be hosting a closing party, so we hope to see all of you there. All right, really excited to be kicking this off, and thank you all for joining. Let's build together.